Hey everyone, it's Jeff Green, broker with Allison James Estates and Homes, and I'm going to chat with you real quick about contingency removal, specifically any and all contingencies. So very important for you, your client, whether the client is the buyer or the seller in a transaction. We need to see this in the file. It's a required item. Paragraph 2C, buyer hereby removes any and all contingencies. So why is this important and why must it be done? In addition to, let's say they put all buyer contingencies except loan, and then they do, maybe later they'll do the loan. We want to see this box checked, and here's why. This paragraph right here, paragraph 1, right here, with respect to any contingency and cancellation right that buyer removes unless otherwise specified in a separate written agreement between buyer and seller, buyer shall conclusively be deemed to have, and there's a colon there, these very important items. You've got I, and I. So, very important. Number 1, they've completed all their investigations. They've reviewed all the disclosures. Number 2, very important, they've elected to proceed with the transaction. In other words, they're agreeing to close the transaction. And number 3, they've assumed all liability, responsibility, and expense, if any, for repairs, corrections, or for the inability to obtain financing, although they can't waive statutory disclosures. Now, very important for the seller. Your seller needs to know that the buyer has conclusively decided to buy the property. They're 100% committed to the process. They're not backing out, and they have thoroughly assessed the risk of purchasing that property. It's very important for the buyer because the buyer, we must know that the buyer has that commitment in place and that they are willing to go forward with the property. So very, very important. Please be sure to do this in the transaction, usually around day 21, unless there's an extension, and make sure that the parties are well aware that they're closing the deal, they've agreed, everything's been disclosed and understood, and they're ready to move forward. If you do not have full disclosure and you do not have, you have a situation with limited disclosure, immediately contact your broker. That's very critical. You need to have a conversation with them. Again, thanks for your time and have a great day. Move forward in this year with some great transactions and let us know if we can help.